All right, guys. So cholesterol maxing. Um, Cholesterol is one of the biggest testosterone factors there is. I go on a lot about things like leg training, vitamin D3, sleep, REM sleep in particular, sun exposure. Well, sun exposure kind of is inherently tied into vitamin D3 and sleep, but the sun is just huge for so many things. And your diet as a whole, but cholesterol is a humongous part of this. And so I get a lot of questions like how much cholesterol should I eat per day? What type of cholesterol? And so this kind of goes without saying that vegans and vegetarians are going to have a difficult one. This is assuming you are not vegan or vegetarian. If you are, the you've got an uphill battle to climb, but you focus on the other areas and make sure all the other things are truly maxed out because they have to be at that point. But cholesterol is a huge deal. And the thing is, it's very, very easy for you to control. But one thing I will say is before giving you specific numbers to follow, the amount of cholesterol you eat per day, it depends on how your body uses it, metabolizes it, puts it to use. It depends on your gut health, big time. It depends on your age as well, and it depends on the quality of the cholesterol. Obviously, some very high quality beef liver is going to be better than some just, I don't know, very more processed foods or just lower quality foods. But let's just keep it fairly simple for now. The general guidelines I tend to give are you're looking at a bare minimum 500 milligrams of cholesterol, but ideally it's more than that. You're talking like 800 to 2 grams plus. 2 grams, any higher than that, I just don't think it's rapidly diminishing returns. Not to stop you from, if you want to have more, then go for it. But that's kind of a rough range. If you're not getting anywhere near 800, it's going to hold you back. It is a significant problem. And to give you some specific numbers, one egg will have like 180-ish milligrams cholesterol. 300 grams of beef liver will have about a gram, 1,000 milligrams. So, yeah, it's not difficult to get 1,000 milligrams. 2,000 is probably harder for most people, but it isn't necessarily a million miles better. But if you're not getting 800, this is the real point. If you're not getting 800 milligrams cholesterol, this is a real problem. It is getting in the way. It's kind of like not getting enough vitamin D3. It's kind of like having your D3 levels, blood levels. This is so when you get your blood test done, it's like having literally 30 nanograms per deciliter vitamin D3. It's borderline deficient. Your testosterone will be lower than it should be, or it could be. It's that fundamental. Cholesterol is a building block of testosterone. I've said it a million times before, and it's very true. And it winds vegans up to no end. But if you're offended by facts, like I just don't really know what to say on that. But if you are older, as in well over the age of 40, or your metabolism isn't quite, or your gut health in particular isn't optimal, you're probably going to need more cholesterol, generally speaking. And I know then the next objection is, but won't cholesterol lead to heart attacks? And it's pretty well established now that your dietary cholesterol isn't very correlated to your blood cholesterol. It's the dietary cholesterol that leads to the testosterone. It's the blood cholesterol, in particular the LDL, and in particular the triglycerides, this is the real one, that leads to the heart attacks. That it's not the same thing. Your blood cholesterol is heavily affected by whether or not you're eating seed oils or drinking or consuming seed oils. That's the biggest one. Or you're obese. That's huge. And also your fiber intake being the third one. Your fiber intake will lower your dietary cholesterol. it binds to the cholesterol and you just excrete it out. Soluble fiber, just put it in your water 3 times a day if you wanted to get your blood cholesterol lower. Really though, most people, I don't think that's the answer. I think most people need to get leaner. They need to stop eating junk food and seed oils and stuff like that. And then naturally the cholesterol comes down, at least the LDL and the triglycerides, which is the stuff we really want, comes down, and the HDL tends to come up. If you increase your omega-3 intake, that can push the HDL a little bit higher. It's when the omega-3 to omega-6 ratio is too low. There's not enough omega-3, there's too much omega-6, which comes from the seed oils that I've just mentioned, just highly processed junk food, being obese. But anyway, that's the heart attacks and stuff like that, which is a separate issue. But triglycerides is the stuff to focus on there. And rewatch this video if you need to go over it. But as far as increasing your testosterone is concerned, higher cholesterol is better up to a certain point, then it's diminishing returns. And you want to focus on high quality foods, organic eggs, butcher's beef liver, things like that, steak. And yeah, we're talking 800 to 2 grams is the short answer. That is assuming your gut health is pretty good though. Yeah, that's more or less it, guys. Now, if you're looking for other ways to improve your diet, not just cholesterol, check out this video where I talk about raw garlic, how to take it without burning yourself or stinking all the time. This has worked very well for me. Check out that video. It's very useful for luteinizing hormone and reproductive health as well, not just testosterone. I'll see you in that one.